point. But something kept stirring in me, like something's gonna pop up. Had no idea it would have been network marketing, because I thought it was the stickiest, schemiest, crappiest business out there. No lie, if somebody even mentioned any of the network marketing companies, I'm like running in the other direction, because the last thing I want to do is sell my friends stuff that doesn't work, have a bunch of products thrown in my garage, and gyp people, because that's what it's all about, right? Well, God had a different plan, and a little thing called Beachpity came into my life. And I'm not going to share my entire story, it's out there, but this business has been everything to me. I mean, being in front of you guys, hearing people's story and them saying, like, you made me believe that something was possible, that's it. That is living my purpose. I'm not a fitness lover. I do it out of obligation at this point. But it's my vessel. It's the way that I have been able to reach people. And if that is what God needed me to do, to be in front of you guys, to say, hey, I don't care if it's Beachbody or something else, whatever it is that you feel called to do, just follow it, because it's there for a reason. Nothing is implanted into you. A dream is never in there to make you feel bad about yourself or to make you think all the reasons why it's not going to happen. It's there for a reason. You just got to keep going after it and not listen to the rest of the world, because the rest of the world doesn't have to know and believe in your dreams for you to make them possible. So, number one, getting rid of my self-defeating story. I had this story of all the reasons I couldn't succeed, and it kept holding me back time after time. I'm a product of 2 alcoholic parents that we had 6 of us living off of $20,000 a year. We did not live extravagantly, let me tell you. Be the kind of coach you wish to attract. I didn't have a great upline. They weren't there. They weren't active in the business. So I had to become the kind of sponsor I wished I would have had. How many of you guys maybe don't have a lot of upline support? I'm sure there's a lot. You can become the kind of leader that you want to be. And you don't have to have the skills and talent right now, but my gosh, you better be doubling up on that personal development, because people are going to need it. Your team is going to depend on you. And you have to stop the cycle, just like I had to stop the cycle of alcoholism in my family. I had to also stop the cycle of unsupportive team, because I have a responsibility to the people that sign up with me. If I'm talking to them and I'm not doing what I'm saying for them to do to succeed, it won't happen. People don't listen. They don't follow what you say. They follow what you do. Number 3, make things easier for others than they were on you. I am constantly, like Melanie said, reevaluating myself. I'm trying to figure out, gosh, how can I make this easier? Yes, what worked a couple years ago was great, but I have constantly reinvented the wheel. I've constantly tried to think of, okay, how do I make a video on that better? Or, oh, you know, coaches are getting started, but it's just not good enough. It's never going to be good enough for me, because they deserve the best, and I want to be the best sponsor I can be. Speak your truth unapologetically. I want to pre-warn you, I am a woman of God, and I speak my truth, and I'm not ashamed, because that's who I am. I am gypping people if I don't share exactly who I am and apologize for being who I am, because that's what I was made to do. So whatever area of your life that you feel you have to play down because people might judge you or they might be offended or whatever, skip being politically correct and just be you. Because being someone else sucks.
Yeah!
Offer value freely and often. Everything on your Facebook should be of value to someone. It's not going to affect everyone. Every post on my fashion is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But hey, it might help some woman to feel better about herself, and I'm okay with that. So when you're posting things on Facebook, when you're looking for content, look for things that help someone, that make them, it might be things that you think everybody knows, but come to find out they don't. Even the smallest, I'm not anybody who is nutritionally, an expert or fitness, but I have tips. I know things that majority of people, come to find out, do not know, and when I share them, it helps them. So when you're putting out content, just think, maybe this is something that I know, but what if it was an aha moment for me at one point, and now I can share it with others and give them that aha moment. Those are the things that I'm posting on Facebook constantly, trying to think of ways to better people's lives. Get rid of the scarcity mentality. We talked about this in the first session, but for those of you who weren't there, the river versus reservoir is real. If you act out of scarcity, thinking, oh my gosh, if I let all of Beachbody know all my tips and tricks, there would be no coaches left for me. There would be no challengers left for me. Oh my gosh, Everybody on my news feed's a Beachbody coach. I'm going to run out of people. There's not going to be enough people to help. That's crap. There are millions of people that need you. I know 4 years ago, I didn't have one single person other than my amazing husband that believed in me. Everybody thought I was a joke. Everybody thought, oh my gosh, did you see what happened to Lindsay? She got in a relationship and 3 months later was pregnant and now she has a sick baby and she's in crazy debt. Poor thing. Nobody believed I would make this successful. I did it out of belief and believing that there was never going to run out of many people because somebody out there was like me. They were feeling the exact same thing I was feeling back then. And I could be that person that breaks through for them and believes in them and sees them as they could be, not as they currently are. And that's what it's all about to me. Look to others as inspiration, not competition. Compete with yourself. When you see these top coaches, don't be like, man, I wish I had their life. I wish I looked like her. I wish I did this. Oh man, Scotty's really good on video. I wish I could do that. Be inspired. These people are inspiring. Look to them and don't try to do it exactly like them. Find pieces and take from each of these people. And then master it yourself. You have your own way you're going to do this business. Just because you see Melanie has an amazing blog doesn't mean you need to go start a blog. I have a crappy website. If you've ever been on it, it's a $35 theme that I literally never use the website. I don't think it even links to any of my accounts anymore. You don't have to be a web expert. I haven't posted on Instagram for like 4 weeks. Still doing okay in the business though. You don't have to follow all the things that everybody's doing. You find your way. You find the things that you're passionate about. I love Facebook because I love writing. And when I went on Instagram and I was posting pictures, it just got boring. There's only so many times I could do Flex Friday. I get bored. So ask yourself often, how can I make this better? And is this the best use of my time? I constantly throughout the day ask myself, is this the best use of my time? Because what happens is we avoid the things that are actually what we should be doing and we do the things that are fun. For me, I love scrolling through the newsfeed and I love answering messages, but sometimes I'm avoiding my workout. Sometimes I'm avoiding personal development. Sometimes I'm avoiding writing that really long message that somebody sent me. But I know I need to get back to that person. So whatever I'm doing at the moment, if I'm asking myself that question, there's that thing that pops in my mind, and I'm like, all right, I'll go do it. So you need to do that in yourself all the time. Be repeating those two phrases to yourself. How can I make this better? And is this the best use of my time? Because I promise you'll find out very quickly that most of the time, you're not doing the thing you should be doing, and you need to get on that. All right, I want to talk about the niche market because I did a poll, and thank you guys for who answered. It helped a lot. And a lot of the things was like on marketing and branding and how you come up with your brand. Now, Bombshell Dynasty, obviously that has like this weird thing to it. I had started a company, it was a bartending company, and it was called Bartending Bombshells, I don't remember what it was called. So I wanted to keep the bombshell thing in. But at the end of the day, my market is who I am. It's who I was. It's who I want to be. And so what I tried to do is come up with sort of a general idea of who my customer, my future coach, is. I even have a picture for her. So she kind of looks like me because that's who I connect with. And she had a new baby, same thing with me. She's 25 to 35 years old. She's married or in a serious relationship. She has younger children. She knows that she wants to make a difference but doesn't know exactly how. She wants to go closer to God. She loves fashion and beauty tips. She doesn't want to work for the man. She's independent, or wants to be. And she thought she'd be further along than she is now. When I'm writing my Facebook posts, I'm speaking to her. She's not the only one that it appeals to, thankfully. I have a lot of people that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and some that are even younger than 25. But majority of my team, you'll see, and you'll be like, gosh, they all look the same. Not by accident, because like attracts like. I put out that message to those people, and lo and behold, I attracted people that are similar to me. That's what you all want, right? I mean, at least you should want it. If you don't, you gotta work on personal development. So really think about who you're looking to attract and who your story speaks to. And when you're writing on Facebook, don't be so general. So many times I see these like blanket posts out there about challenge groups or about coaching, and I'm like, oh, come on, you have to get deep. You have to be focused on who you're looking for. It's why I did a faith-based challenge group. It's why, Alyssa was talking about running challenge groups for Financial Peace University or for, 10-day clean eating. Whoever you're looking for, whoever you want your culture of your team to be, you need to be sharing and posting for that person specifically. thing where I talk about the 5 things that I post on social media. I really find when I go look at people's Facebook posts, because anytime you guys post to my wall, I will try to go over to your Facebook and just get an idea of who you are. And a lot of times I'm like, well, they're a Beachbody coach and they have kids, and that's it. And then I don't connect with you because I'm like, well, I don't really feel like I know that person. And I move away and I go to the next thing. There are tons of people scrolling on Facebook right now, and something might catch their eye that you posted. And they go to learn more about you, and they're just not learning enough to be connected. So you have to find your 5 things. The 5 things that you're either most passionate about, or that you want people to know about you, or that you can add the most value. For me personally, mine are faith, family, Beachbody, fitness, and fashion and beauty. Those are the 5 things I talk about on social media. If you go to my wall, I try to have 20% of the time for each of those things. And it's not always exact. Sometimes I'm really excited about something and I'll post a lot about it. But I try to go through and hide those posts later on. So that if some random stranger comes across my page and they decide to scroll a little bit, they get to know, in general, who I am and what I'm all about. So they can decide if they like me or if they don't like me. And I'm A-okay with either. I just want them to make a decision. So think about that when you're going to your Facebook. What does your Facebook reality show say about you? Does it say, I'm a Beachbody coach and a mom, or I have lots of dogs? Or does it say, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I post about, and I'm a Beachbody coach, and I'm excited about it. So, coming up with content. I know that's scary because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post about every day, 3 to 5 times a day. Oh my gosh, I'll run out of something. And that's true. I have off days too. I have days where I'm like, oh, I just don't have the motivation to be able to come up with a great post today. So what I did is I created a little folder on my computer that says post ideas. And I get amazing inspiration, not only from other coaches, even coaches on my own team. I show on here, Brittany Legette had a great post on the reset. I put that in my folder. Or it could be from Joel Osteen. He posted a great post. I don't want to just share his photo. I'm going to take his message and put it into my own thing. And then, bam, I put that into that folder. And later, on those days when I'm not inspired, I go get inspired by those posts that had already inspired me. And lo and behold, they inspired me, and therefore they inspire other people. I'm not a creative genius. I have to use those things too. Another big one, Pinterest. My gosh. But you have to watch yourself because Pinterest is addicting and you don't want to spend 4 hours on there. So make sure you got all your stuff done before you go on Pinterest because man, that thing will time warp you. Share your aha moments and think about what your ideal customer is looking for. My challenge to you, number 1, focus on being more interested than you are interesting. So many times we want people to be interested in us and we forget that we need to do for them first before we expect them to be interested in us. If you are someone who feels like, gosh, nobody really pays my Facebook attention, how many times are you going on someone else's Facebook and posting on their stuff? How many times are you going and reaching out to people, or are you just waiting for them to reach out to you? It does not have to be about Beachbody. I very rarely speak about Beachbody. I very rarely write somebody and say, hey, you would make a great coach. No, I take interest in what they're interested in. And therefore, they go on my Facebook, they look over my last 5 posts, my little really mini reality show, and they're like, wow, what's that whole challenge thing that you do? And then, therefore, I got permission now to share my Beachbody spiel. Number 1, still, comment on your friend's posts and give the kind of comments that you like to receive. We all love a good comment, right? I know personally, I would rather get a comment than a like, right? You guys all want comments? So do other people. You don't have to be a Beachbody coach to love comments. We all love people to be interested in us. So give what you want to receive. Number 2, find your 5 things and create your mini reality show. Think of the Kardashians. They have this amazing brand now. And a lot of people hate them, but a lot of people love them. And therefore, they are breaking it in. So you have to think about that with your mini reality show too. Add posts that add value, and not sell and recruit. Number 3, lead with how you can better their life rather than how they can better yours. Do not look at people as Success Club points. You're gonna hit Success Club, but that's because you're gonna be blessing so many lives that people are just gonna be dying to join your team, to know more about what you're doing, to know why you're so thrilled about life, to know why you're so excited, to know why that all of a sudden you were 20 pounds heavier 3 months ago.